Good morning. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Good morning. I just needed to see one person, make sure I was I was recording. Good morning. I was compelled to get on this morning. Good morning. Good morning, honey. I was compelled to get on this morning. I had a dream the night before last, and I woke up. I was very disturbed by it. It really did something in my spirit, and I knew it was a prophetic dream or a dream of warning. So not here for any type of validation or to prove or disprove anything. I'm just here to warn against what the Spirit of the Lord had impressed upon me to warn the people against the spirit of abduction. And I heard it clearly when I woke up on Sunday morning, and it was body snatchers. And I remember back in the 70s, there were probably different versions, I guess, or of this movie called Invasion of the Body Snatchers or Return of the Body Snatchers. But I heard the Spirit of the Lord say body snatchers. And he took me into a dream. And I thought it was me, but I was actually looking through the lens of someone else, a young girl that had been abducted. And the girl had been abducted. The person that had actually taken her, had deliberately done so in an attempt to kidnap. And I'm thinking initially sex trade, but I heard the Spirit of the Lord say organ harvesting as well. So with that, I'm in the van, and for some reason I see that we're traveling north. I'm sitting up in the van. I won't give you all the details of the dream per se, but I was familiar with the driver. It was someone that I knew just growing up, so I didn't feel like I was in any type of danger. And I can just remember going north. And the Spirit of the Lord had impressed upon me that although I knew this individual, that was how I was actually lured into the van, because I felt like I was familiar or comfortable or could trust the person. And I won't give you all the details of the dream, but I understood probably halfway through the dream that it wasn't me. I was actually looking through the lens of someone else, another young girl. And when we had reached a particular destination, it still looked very innocent. Another girl that was younger than I was, I could probably empathize with because she was, demographically, she was African American. She was young. She looked a little disenfranchised, not very fortunate, but she looked very unsuspecting. And she had a white cloth in her hand. So apparently there was some type of something that was in the cloth that could put me out or take me out. Again, it wasn't me. I was an encounter. I was inside someone else's body. And she was taking the cloth, and it was like she was just having a general conversation. But as she was proceeding, she was trying to put the cloth over my mouth to take me out. So that would have taken me, I guess, further in. So the lure was someone that I was familiar with. Not necessarily that I was acquainted with on a day-to-day basis, but I felt comfortable with. And then I heard the Spirit of the Lord impress upon me again. It wasn't just sex trade or for sexual purposes, but I heard organ harvesting. And then I heard the Spirit of the Lord say not just young girls, not just a part of the sex trade, but boys, young men being abducted. So I woke, it really shook me. And I shared a dream with my daughter. I said, it really messed me up. I said, there's a rise of this about to, and we've heard it before. It's nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. But I heard the Spirit of the Lord say now at an all-time high. In these unprecedented times, there's going to be an unprecedented or, a spike in the number of abductions for monetary reasons, for gain. And it's all a part of, sometimes we can look locally and just think, the guy in the white van is local, but it's part of big business. And as soon as I told my daughter about the dream yesterday morning, she had actually sent me a message. I don't know if it might have been Saturday morning. I can't remember. It was either last night or night before last or the night before that. But she actually sent me a recent news article that was saying that this was big business. So that's what the Lord impressed upon my spirit, the organ harvesting. So I just want us to be very, very, very mindful that it is an intentional evil and it's a part of the world systems. I need you to hear me. This is systemic. This is just not local, something going on in your neighborhood. This is something that is going on worldwide. And I just see something going on traveling north. I don't know what that's going to mean to anybody. If anyone had a loved one abducted, but I just want to put it all out here right now. I felt compelled even this morning to mention the dream on the prayer line, which was kind of out of pocket because I know I was asking the Lord, do you want me to release this? And I couldn't release it when I initially got it. So I'm learning as he speaks to me, just don't release, just to be releasing because I have given you something. So I kind of sat on it for a little bit. And then this morning, the Lord compelled me during prayer to mention it to the people on the prayer line that we could pray, that we could begin to pray. And he said, little boys, he said, girls, he said, women. And what was so funny, even in the dream, I didn't have anything to protect myself. And I hear God saying, yes, means of protection. So, prayer is protection. So initially, when we get something in a dream, we think it's physical or we think it's just that thing. But I was like, if I just had some mace, if I just had some, some mace or tear gas or something like that, that could be our prayer, whatever that looks like. So we definitely need to be positioned in our places of authority to posture ourselves against this very deliberate. I heard God say big business. So, they might use the local Joe, but it's part of a bigger business. They might use somebody that we're familiar with, that we even grew up with. I'm talking to everybody regionally, wherever you are, in your neighborhoods or in your hometowns, but they're part of big business. So there's a lot going on over the internet that's going on underground. So, we have to be woke and stay aware that it could be anybody. I mean, anybody. That are for money, for monetary purposes, but it's a part of the world systems and it's very deliberate and it's at an all-time high. So when we released it on the prayer line this morning, we just kind of went in. It was just kind of tagged on to the end, but the Lord said, just go ahead and I need you to put it out there. So we just began to pray over our young women. Listen, our young men, over ourselves, women. We just got to be very mindful because it's big business. So not just sexual. And we need to be mindful even to watch over our little boys because there's some predators that are preying on our young men, on our little boys too. So it's just not women, So, this evil that is loosed into the earth now, it don't care. It doesn't discriminate, sex, gender, age. It's just an all-time evil and it's very deliberate. The Lord said big business. So the article that my daughter sent me, it said it was $1 billion, $150 billion, if I can recall correctly, industry. And I'm like, wow. I say industry because it's a system, world systems. So after we released it on the prayer line this morning, I received two texts, one in my inbox and one directly on my page, that here locally, a friend of mine, an acquaintance of mine, her niece and I guess a cousin were out last night and there was a man that had come by in a white van. Now, mind you, our prayer line starts at 6 o'clock, and I think she might have put this post up whenever, but we were deep in prayer. Like I said, the Lord had impressed this upon me days ago, and it's happening. So someone was trying to abduct and lure her niece and another young girl into a van on last night. So, that just further signifies or affirms what God was saying, and it's happening. And we just cannot think it's local. It's some, random. It's deliberate. It is deliberate. It's deliberate and it's a part of the world systems and it's at an all-time high. So I just want you to be warned today. If you will, just share this. Again, not looking for any type of affirmation, but that we can be postured in prayer to share this globally. I know I'm talking probably to a lot of people that live in my hometown, but it goes so much. This is global. This is a part of the world systems. Organ harvesting, our young men, young girls, women at an all-time high. And it just wouldn't even surprise me, grown men. But I just see organ harvesting. I want to kind of get into a dream that my daughter had, but we'll do that at another time because I know the Lord is still revealing. But they desire our eyes. They desire our organs, our spiritual eyesight, our mind. I just see a lot going on scientifically is what the Lord had disclosed even on this morning, or revealed even on this morning. So it's a higher level of evil than we would suspect. It's not random. It's a part of the world systems that we are calling down now. But let us just be deliberate in our prayer against these abduction. I heard God say body snatchers. That's what I heard. And in the post that the young lady posted this morning, she used the word snatch. So God will give us a word of wisdom. Body snatchers is what I heard. And that was the word that she used this morning, snatch. And I heard the Lord say body snatchers. So they're on the rise. They're on the loose. I just want you to be mindful. Yeah, Lynette said, my husband was reading something last week about black women were targets. Absolutely. Oh, but this is what I heard as well. Don't get it twisted. Demographically, there's no discrimination. So I was able to see through the eyes of a black woman, right? And what lured me was the fact that this was a disenfranchised, looked like a kind of impoverished, young girl that looked like she would be no threat to me, but she was. So for every demographic, whether it be my Caucasian sister, your sons as well, I was able to relate because of, my, I guess, physical or natural identity. But I heard the Lord said grander, broader. So there's a harvesting going on. Not just the harvesting of souls, but they want organs, and it's big business. So I just want to be mindful. We know in part, we prophesy in part. That's enough for us to be postured over right now. I know it's happened before. I know we heard of it before, but now at an all-time high. This evil has been unleashed at an all-time high. So pray like never before. Posture yourselves and share this word. To God be the glory. I hope you're having a magnificent day. And we just bless God for his peace and protection. But go in peace today and share this word. We're woke. Amen.